Let's see if you can hear me now. Tell you what, if you're just tuning in, I got to make sure I've got sound. Okay, my live video, 2 days in a row, messing with my sound when I had something important to share. They mess with my sound is what they did when I had something important to share. So we're talking about quantum computing and quantum mechanical origins, which is the simplest forms of life. Okay, so look this. So quantum computing, the black cloud, and Q. You think, Gina, what does that have in common? Well, I've been sharing stuff about the black cloud. I have. And this is on me, so I think you should be able to hear me now because they messed up my account 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row to throw me off. It's the darkness. Hello there, bang, bang, mucka bang. Yeah, this is, they want to try to what do they want to try to do to me? Discourage me. Wait, am I echoing? I think I'm echoing on my computer and my desktop. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me at all? Can you hear me? You can hear me? That makes me mad. It does. It kind of makes me upset. They're playing with my sound. This is 2 days in a row. Okay. Yeah. Now that's the first time I've ever put a bunch of mad faces because that made me angry within my spirit. It really did. What they're doing to me. And I was saying, if you stuck around, I had to reboot my computer. All my open tabs that I had open because I stumbled upon something with this quantum stuff, quantum mechanics. So I've got to try to see if I can open up all the ones that I had open, if it will even find it. There's one. You're going to have to wait with me so I can try to see if I can open up all the things that I had opened. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's all right. I'll get through it. We're going to get through it because I want to share what I found out. I do. No, Gina, honey, you don't want to open that in a new window. You got to bear with me. I'm going to let you see what I'm doing. I've got all these, the history that I was trying to open up in here. I've already done, I think I tried to open up quantum computing. Nah, I didn't want to, but I can. I didn't want to, but I can. You all, I had other things that I wanted to open up. Let me put it back to me. Had all these interesting tabs. Well, I know I want this one open. Right here. I want that one open too. You all, you just bear with me because I had to literally shut everything down. And it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice of them. But I didn't give up. I'm not going to get discouraged. I'm going to get angry. I'm going to get angry is what I'm going to get. I want to get this right here. I think I found the main one I wanted to get. I did. Found the main one. I did. So he's talking about quantum computers. Okay. And we come over here. Come right over here. You all, thank you so much for being patient. This is like 2 days in a row. They don't want me to talk about this. And I was talking about defining life. Is this too loud for you all? Yes, I'm calm. I'm not throwing a fit. I put some angry faces. I did. I put some angry faces on here. Mad faces. It really make me mad. So we're talking about the theory of life. Okay. NASA definition of life has a virtue. It conveys information about what its framers believe to be possible to generate features of value in life. Okay, so look at this. So talking about the Star Trek generation. They have encountered conceptual aliens that do not fit into the NASA definition. The nanites that infected the computer of the next generation. The Enterprise and the episode, look at this, 50, evolution, are informational or perhaps electromechanical life. Electromechanical life. Their evolution is not tied to an informational molecule like DNA, although they require a chemical matrix to survive. The crystalline entity, okay, home soil, a chemical but not obviously Darwinian. It seems to have no children. And then we have the Calamarian episode and the Deja Q, pure energy and not chemicals. Then we have the sentient being known as Q, encounter at far point, appears to be neither matter nor energy, just flitting inside and out of a time continuum, more or less. Okay, so we got that. So we're talking about this stuff right here, you all. Talking about a crystalline entity. You're talking about nanites that infected a computer. They were a life form. They were their evolution was not tied to an informational molecule. Okay, and we had Deja was pure energy. All right, they did. So I wanted to get to this. Let's look at this right here. If we were to encounter Q, the Calamarian, or any of these conjectural entities during a real, not conceptual trek through the stars, we would be forced to concede that they do represent living systems because they have the attributes we value in living systems. We would also be forced to agree that they do not fall within the NASA definition of life. We would therefore be forced to agree that we need a new definition for life. If a black cloud were to float into our solar system and begin to apologize to us, we would certainly reject any definition that does not include it as a life, especially if we want to encourage particularly polite life forms. Okay, so we got that. Now I want to take you over here to this, because this is how this is. No, Gina, honey, you ain't supposed to be on there. I'm not supposed to be on there. I'm not. I had another window open. You all just bear with me. I did. Okay, and it was a really good one. Okay, it was. I got it. I'm going to get right to it. We're going to get right to it. I was walking right over here, the black cloud. So look at this. Black clouds are enormous space entities. Then I got this over here. Living sapient clouds of interstellar gas whose diameter can be larger from the distance of the Venus to the Sun, and there are countless numbers of such clouds wandering through the cosmos. You know, they're talking about plasma and stuff. You know, we had that great big shadow. Whatever it was that eclipsed the Sun today, we did. It eclipsed the Sun. It was so massive, and I thought, is this like that black cloud they were talking about, hypothetically, that was written about back in the 50s? They even wrote a book about it. So let's look at this. So this black cloud is mainly composed of hydrogen, small pieces of solid matter as it is centered together to form a complex center. Look, since its brain can be described as a large network of interconnected molecules that act much like a computer databank. Get this, you all. The cloud has the ability to increase its brain size and complexity, becoming more intelligent. When a black cloud finds a lifeless interstellar cloud, it creates simple brain units and transfers them to the cloud, giving it to its life and intelligence. This is done to make sure the black cloud kind will never disappear, because although they never age, they never reproduce either. Black clouds communicate with each other by radio wave transmissions. You may say, Gina, you're talking about make-believe. Well, I haven't got to where I'm supposed to be going yet, you all. I haven't. We're getting there. We're on the right track now. Look at this. Black clouds need a star light to metabolize necessary chemical substances. Being clouds of gas, these organisms can change their shape, okay? And when its food supply ends, the black cloud will approach a star and assume a disc-like shape in order to absorb energy more efficiently. Okay, so they got this cloud. So look at this. This is really interesting. The black cloud was created by astronomer Fred Hoyle and featured in his book, The Black Cloud, in which a black cloud enters the solar system, and it is astonished to find intelligent life forms on a planetary surface. This is what I want to talk right here. Right here, you all. Let me blow this up right here. This is what I want to go to right here. Look at this. The black cloud is very similar to a speculative organism known as a molecular quantum computing cloud, proposed by Arvidus Tamilus. So we got the stuff that we upload to the cloud, okay? You know what? You know that, what I'm talking about. Well, iCloud, the cloud, this is a very intelligent, whether you want to admit it or not, this is a very intelligent life form. It's an artificial life form. The cloud, the iCloud, it's super, super intelligent. And I'm thinking that maybe they were hinting toward this, like black cloud, toward this iCloud that would be in our future. It's here, and it has quantum-like capabilities. Okay, it does. So let's look back at this thing right here. Let me click into it, you all. I hope I can. This is not me. Okay, I'm not this scientific person. I'm not. But look at this. So I looked up this right here. I just did a search on this molecular quantum computing cloud. Okay, I did molecular quantum computing cloud. So we got the quantum financial system. Okay, we do. We got this right here. Stand up and all this kind of stuff. Quantum materials and stuff. I even had something that had something about, well, look at this. I'm not going to say it, but let's look at this. Look at this. You see that nanoscale devices. They have cleared a significant hurdle to the path of quantum computing, demonstrating step change. So we got quantum computing going on here, and we got this. Look at this. We got nanocrystal dyes called quantum microdots, nanocrystals. So, where were we at? We had the crystal life form. We did. We just saw the crystal life form. Okay, did we not just see that crystal life form? Where are we at right here? The crystalline entity, right there in Star Trek. The crystalline entity appears to be a chemical, but not obviously Darwinian. It seems to have no children. Okay, So we've got that one. Okay, we're going to look at this. So the electromechanical, let's go back over here to this right here, black cloud. So I wanted to look up molecular quantum computing cloud because they compared the black cloud to that cloud. And I'm thinking, okay, we got this quantum financial system. People talking about quantum mechanics. And then we got the iCloud. The iCloud, so I ran over here. This is where I ran. You all, you following me? Because we're trying to go somewhere. And I'm not good at look at this. So I'm looking this up. So the list of scientific publications. I did a search on this. I really did. And I did a time stock. Quantum mechanical origin of simplest forms of life. Design of artificial living systems and nanobiorobots. Nanobiorobots. Okay. Quantum self-assembly. Okay. Quantum self-assembly. So let's get this, you all. We got to get this. So we got quantum mechanical design of molecular electronics and gates for the regulation of artificial minimal living cell functions. See, these are going to be living. Hardware of molecular electronic digital quantum computing living systems designed quantum mechanically, you all. This was really interesting. It really was, because they're building this thing right here. They're building this thing on here. Let me try to get it right here. And I can't really, they're talking about Lumo Electro. It's talking kind of like talking like this. Let me look this up. So they're talking about quantum mechanical based electron correlation interactions of hydrogen. Okay, they got hydrogen, and they got the guanine, electron, cystone, fatty acids, and all this kind of stuff. They got this thing right here, got 8XO. This is really interesting, too. So they got this lumino state. They got this chemical bond that joins waste piece to fatty acid. They got this molecule and stuff. They got this, all of this kind of stuff, you are. They're talking about building these things is what they're doing, building these lives. So they're talking about atom synthesis in the stars are important. So strong, weak nuclear interactions. Okay, they got this, all this kind of stuff. I'm not really good at this. I had it all down pat until they got me off of here, but that's okay. They're talking about building quantum computer nanobiorobots. Okay, that's it. They got nanobiorobots. Look at this. Programmable artificial cell evolution. Right here. Programmable artificial cell evolution. Okay. From molecules to molecular devices, control of electronic, photonic, magnetic, and spintronic behavior. Okay, they got all that going on right there. There was something else in here that I saw, and I'm going to show it to you too. I am when I get to it. Let me just put it back to this screen. So they're talking about the electrons that are tunneling and associated light absorptions of intense transitions. Okay, they're talking about that. Spectroscopic experiments. The agreement it implies that quantum mechanically self-assembled structures of minimal living cells are very closely approximate to the realistic ones. So they're making these quantum mechanically self-assembled structures very closely approximate to the realistic ones. That's what they're doing, to the realistic ones. Okay, let's look at this. So oh my goodness. So they got a chosen method of designing single electron nano photocells, useful not only for artificial living organisms. See, there's a life. It's an artificial living organism. And wide implementation in nano photo devices and molecular computers. Molecular computers. It's like quantum physics. Molecular computers. Can you imagine how small that is? That's fits into cells, like a cell or something, smaller than a cell or something. You all, this is molecular computers. Okay, this is what they want to do: divide artificial living cells, and they want to do this. We are creating molecular electronic logic gates regulating photosynthesis, growing and dividing of artificial living cells and nanobiorobots. They are creating nanobiorobots. Okay, they are. That's what they're doing. This is something that's the dehybridization energies. They got dehybridization energies, all of this stuff. This is one, I'm going to find this one thing in here. Quantum computer. Look. Beta diketone is suitable for the construction of quantum computing processing devices because the qubit is relatively stable due to the small magnitude of the G tensor shift component. With the external magnetic field, the direction of hydrocarbon chain, which provides the self-assembled monolayer and attachment of the molecule to a substrate. This is, I'm going to show you this one word right here, you all. Because when I saw this one word, it reminded me of somebody saying, you need to get this one thing. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to show you the structure of it. Look at this. They're talking about this right here. This one thing right here. Molecular device consisting of PNA 1,4-dihydroquinoxylene 1,4, the precursor of a fatty molecule. So these will be controlled functions of artificial minimal living cells. Okay, they're going to do this artificial, new forms of artificial living organisms. And they talked about this right here. Guess what I did? I looked up this word right here. Let me make it really big so you can see it. Right there. Hydro, you see that word? You see it? Right there. I thought, what does that mean? Guess what I did? So I looked up that word. I did. This is its structure. This is the structure of this one thing. Look at it right here. This is the structure of that thing that's in the paper. Practically the same type of structure, you all. Right there. The same types of structure. They're talking about this right here thing, using this to build this artificial life, and this right here also. That's all I'm saying. The same structure. That's all I'm saying. So they want to construct, is what they want to do, these TDDFT simulations of artificial minimal living cells with implemented molecular electronics and spintronic gates done using self-assembled radical molecules like beta diketone and serenagate show that it is possible to construct more general control, not logic functions suitable for the production of nanobiorobots. Okay, nanobiorobots. And the initiation of gene dehybridization. Look at this. Gene dehybridization. You see that? So that word right there has the same structure as this thing right here. Right there. They're working with it. They are. Design a variety of the molecular spintronic devices. They will regulate photosynthesis and growth of artificial minimal living cells in the conditions of external magnetic fields, providing a perspective of the requirements for success in the synthesis of new life forms, new forms of artificial living organisms. So these are going to be, this is the year, look, 2008, here we are in 2022. This is happening. So they got this new life form, artificial living organisms. And you know what NASA said. You know what they said about defining life. Okay. You know what they said. Like these nanites. They infected a computer of the next generation enterprise. They are informational, but not chemical. Their evolution is not tied to informational molecule. I've seen something about this also in here too. Let me see if I can find it, you all. Gina, don't do it right there. I seen that one thing in here somewhere. I really did the RNA. I did. I seen that in here. I saw it in here somewhere, that word, because it needed that. It really did need this. These little supercomputers, they needed it in there. And they got this LUMO stuff. They got this LUMO thing right there. LUMO. Yeah. Let me put this back to me. You can see that paper yourself. Let me do this. You want to look at that? You're going to put it right here in this live stream. You go look at it yourself. I'm not going to dig any more into it. I'm not but I put this up. I did. Jenny, honey, I read your mind and I just now posted it. I did. I did. So you can see that in there. There you go. Yeah. Well, I just showed you about those two in a picture. These are the two. This is the one that they're working with. Let me see if I can get it. The one that they're working with right here, they are working with this right here. This structure right here. That's who that link that I sent you. They're working with this structure, but somebody's been promoting this right here. Somebody's been promoting this right here. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They were promoting it. But anyhow, you all, they got these organisms, these life forms that they are creating. They are as quantum computing. Look at this, you all. If I can do this, I'm going to say this right here. Our goals are by using quantum mechanical experiments to predict the possibility of biochemical experimental synthesis of molecular electronics. Can you imagine? Molecular electronics. This is life forms. Spintronics, logical elements, information-based, artificial living organisms, or nanobiorobots for nanomedicine and cleaning of nuclear, chemical, microbial pollutions. Nanites, right here. Nanites infected a computer. They would consider that a life form. They would. They said they would. And if they were to encounter, they don't change their definition of life to accommodate Q or the black cloud or other examples of weird life forms. They don't think it's possible. That was back in 2008. Look, with respect, this is what we need to realize right here. Here's what they said. With respect to Q or the black cloud, you can say the iCloud. Now we got quantum computing. No one is proposing an early warning system to detect such entities. No one is. As disruptive as they would be if they were to appear. And we do not devote resources to protect ourselves from transdimensional beings or black clouds because we constructively do not believe that they can exist. Well, I think they can and do exist. I think that they can and do exist. These transdimensional beings, this Q, these black clouds, the nanonites in Star Trek. See, yes, let's look at this, you all. According to our definition theory of life, nanites and androids, the data of Star Trek, the Marvin of Hitchhikers are examples of artificial life. Okay, that's what they said. Right there, you have it right there. Examples of artificial life. So, our definition theory of life, however, excludes the possibility that computers and their viruses or androids could have arisen without a creator. So they bound to have a creator, okay? Biosignatures can also be incorporated in this view, according to our definition of theory of life. So look at that, you all. Regard their intelligence as artificial. So this is that stuff right there. I don't know if there's anything else I had pulled up. They did have this nano crystal dyes right here. Oh, I wanted to look at this quantum Hall effect in black phosphorus, 2-dimensional. Where did that go? I'm trying to open it up. Oh, I don't want to accept your cookies, but I will, even though I have no idea what this means. Let's look at this. The development of new high-quality functional materials has been at the forefront of condensed matter research. The recent advent of 2-dimensional black phosphorus has greatly enriched materials base of two-dimensional electron systems. I don't even know what two-dimensional means. I really don't. But I'm reading it. Here, we report the observation of the integer quantum. There we are, that word quantum again. Quantum Hall effect in high-quality black phosphorus 2DES. The high quality is achieved by embedding black phosphorus 2DES in a van der Waals heterostructure close to a graphite backgate. These are big words, but we're going to read it. I don't know what I'm reading. The graphite gate screens the impurity potential in the 2DES and brings the carrier Hall mobility to something. The exceptional mobility enabled us to observe the quantum Hall effect and gained important information on the energetics of the spin-split Landau levels in the black phosphorus. Our results set the stage for further study on quantum transport and device application in the ultra-high mobility regime. Okay, quantum mechanics. So they're talking about quantum mechanics, quantum physics, graphite gate. Let me look at this. Quantum Hall black phosphorus two-dimensional electron system. Kind of reminds me of plasma. It really does. Plasma. I hope they have a picture of it. Well, I don't even know what that means. It won't even blow up for me. I'm trying to find the structure for it, and I can't figure it out. Black goo, magnetic field splits and holes, and I wanted to see a picture of it, but I don't know what it looks like. I really don't. I can't read stuff, but it sounded interesting. It really did. It sounded really interesting. This stuff sounded really interesting. Oh, you had to subscribe. Yeah, you subscribe to it. Whatever this. Oh, nanotechnology. Okay, I got you. Two-dimensional. Let's see if we can read black phosphorus. I just want to see if I can pull up black phosphorus. Maybe I don't know what it is or what it even looks like. Oh, they have it on eBay. Oh. There it is on eBay. Look at this. Is black phosphorus. The future in microchips. Oh, wow. That's interesting, isn't it? Yes. We got this. Wow. Well, kind of looks like, it kind of looks like lead in a pencil, like graphite in a pencil. If you crush down the pencil, the powder that's left behind. Yeah, so black phosphorus. They want to use black phosphorus, and it's on sale on eBay. Okay. Well, it kind of has like this type of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided structure. It does. So we got that going on, you all. But they got the astrobiology. And, they're talking about a higher entity. The use of word, the committee intended to recognize, that entities can be alive. A cell, okay, look at this, a cell. Okay, let's look at this. So committees come up with different definitions of life that attempt to offer a theory. 1994, a committee assembled by NASA considered the possibility of life in the cosmos. Okay, so let's see. They will recognize that entities can be alive. It can be a cell, a virus, a single rabbit, without themselves individually exemplifying life. They use the phrase of self-sustaining to imply that a living system should not need continuous intervention by a higher entity, or a graduate student or a god to continue as life. Wow. So molecular, genetic, DNA, terrain life can be a perfect example. Okay, so you always seen that. We got planets, we got stuff like that. But yeah, I dropped that off. But they're talking about this black cloud, and they can compare the black cloud. It's similar to the speculative organism known as the molecular quantum computing cloud. And it reminds me of the iCloud, because every picture you take goes immediately to the iCloud. Every text message, every video, everything goes up to the cloud, the iCloud, because it's an invisible entity. It really is. It's invisible. We can't see it. Watch this. Let's see. Is the iCloud living? Let me type this in. Is the iCloud living? Oh, is the iCloud a life form? No, they're not answering my question. Is the iCloud living? They won't answer it. They don't want to answer it. They don't. I think it's living. I really do. It's very super intelligent, and we can't see it, but I think it's pretty living. Yeah. Black goo isn't whatever humans make the wicked stuff, and it's evil. Nanofibers, so quantum computer, quantum financial systems, that's teeny tiny. Computing, who does that computing? It's certainly not humans. Humans don't have the capability to do stuff like that, but a very high intelligence would. Highly intelligent species like the Q or the crystalline thing would have that type of intelligence. They wouldn't even have to be an organic life form to be super intelligent to do all of this quantum computing and stuff like that. They can just get in our bodies, living in our bodies, and you will be their host. Yeah, you're their host, a living host. Just like the solar system, and you got the black cloud in it. It's something like that, you all. I don't know. But it was really interesting. So we had this structure right here that they spoke about in that yellow paper. They wanted to use this thing right here. This for nanobio robots right here. Dihydroquine oxaline structure. Right there. And it appears to be quite similar to this one. Of course, I don't like physics. I really don't. But yeah, they need that. They need that. That's what they need. Let me put this back to me, you all. Yeah. Well, they can do something. They can do something. So, look, here's what they had to ask too. Is humankind life? The genetic mutations that we pass to our children in their DNA cannot have arisen in anticipation of their ability to make our children fitter, even if they actually help doing so. They're talking about mutation. So, and they ask, is humankind life? Yeah. So, technology may be soon available to identify sequences that prospectively help our children survive better, and stuff like that. And we don't need Darwinism, they said. Astrobiology. Minimize the dilemma by arguing that supra-Darwinian life is rare. After all, our stars like our sun live for only about 10 billion years. 10 billion years. So yeah, Homo sapiens, the cosmos, all of this. But the NASA definition theory of life says, never mind. If something exists in those environments that has the attributes that we value in life, then it will be a chemical system capable of Darwinian evolution. Darwinian evolution. Yeah. What kinds of chemistry can be performed in those environments to support Darwinian evolution? NASA and its missions. The Viking scientists. Anthropologist. Oh. Okay, you life detection, organic material, radioactive material, all of this. Did I put this in there? You can look at this. I put this in another live stream, but I'm going to put it in there and let you check this out also. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Let me put this back to me, you all. I'm going to be getting off of here. Now this has made me tired. It's a subject I really don't even know what I'm reading, but that's okay. It really is. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. Let me put this to me. So I want to thank you all for coming on here. This is a different subject, but this quantum computing, I don't think it's what a lot of people think. It wasn't what I thought, because it's really talking on a super teeny tiny scale. Okay. Nano bio robots, something like nanites and stuff like that. Yeah. Yes, Mama Bear. Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm. Symbiotes. Yeah. Well, I am going to go. Thank you all for being on here, and thank you, moderators. So, with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. And have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. Yeah. I'm talking about different life forms, and this is one of them. Quantum mechanical origins of the simplest forms of life. Yeah, teeny tiny, just like in Star Trek, just like computer viruses and stuff. They are a life form, whether they be intelligent and artificial or not. You wouldn't even have to be able to see them for them to be considered a life form. They could be pure energy. They could be like that black cloud. They can be a gaseous entity. It's like gas up in the sky. Black cloud could be plasma life form because it's highly intelligent. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much. Love you.